Today, we have a fascinating topic lined up for you, the art of influence. And what better way to learn about it than by delving into the life of one of history's greatest leaders, Abraham Lincoln. Stick around as we uncover the secrets behind Lincoln's persuasive powers and how you can apply these principles in your own life. Understanding Lincoln's background. To truly understand Lincoln's influence, we must first explore his background. Born into poverty, self-educated, and faced with numerous setbacks, Lincoln's journey to becoming the 16th President of the United States is a testament to the power of perseverance. It's important to remember that anyone can influence others regardless of their starting point. As Lincoln lay dying, Secretary of War Stanton said, "There lies the most perfect ruler of men that the world has ever seen." What was the secret of Lincoln's success in dealing with people? I made a special study of Lincoln's method of dealing with people. Did he indulge in criticism? Oh, yes. As a young man, he not only criticized, but he wrote letters and poems ridiculing people and dropped these letters on the country roads where they were sure to be found. He attacked his opponents openly in letters published in the newspapers. But he did this just once too often. In the autumn of 1842, he ridiculed a vain, pugnacious politician by the name of James Shields. Lincoln lampooned him through an anonymous letter published in the Springfield Journal. The town roared with laughter. Shields, sensitive and proud, boiled with indignation. He found out who wrote the letter, leaped on his horse, started after Lincoln, and challenged him to fight a duel. Lincoln didn't want to fight. He was opposed to dueling, but he couldn't get out of it and save his honor. He was given the choice of weapons. Since he had very long arms, he chose cavalry broadswords and took lessons in sword fighting on the appointed day. He and Shields met on a sandbar in the Mississippi River, prepared to fight to the death. But at the last minute, their seconds interrupted and stopped the duel. That was the most lurid personal incident in Lincoln's life. It taught him an invaluable lesson in the art of dealing with people. Never again did he write an insulting letter. Never again did he ridicule anyone, and from that time on he almost never criticized anybody for anything. One of his favorite quotations was, "Judge not, that ye be not judged." And when Mrs. Lincoln and others spoke harshly of the Southern people, Lincoln replied, "Don't criticize them. They are just what we would be under similar circumstances." When dealing with people, let us remember we are not dealing with creatures of logic. We are dealing with creatures of emotion, creatures bristling with prejudices and motivated by pride and vanity. So from this, we realize that no matter what you did in the past, you can still become an influential person. Empathy and connection. One of Lincoln's most powerful tools was his ability to connect with people on a deep, emotional level. Whether he was speaking to a small group or a large audience, Lincoln made individuals feel heard and understood. In this segment, we'll discuss the importance of empathy and influence and share practical tips on how to cultivate genuine connections with others. Give honest and sincere appreciation. I once succumbed to the fad of fasting and went for 6 days and nights without eating. It wasn't difficult. I was less hungry at the end of the 6th day than I was at the end of the 2nd. Yet I know, as you know, people who would think they had committed a crime if they let their families or employees go for 6 days without food. But they will let them go for 6 days and 6 weeks, and sometimes 60 years, without giving them the hearty appreciation that they crave almost as much as they crave food. Once you realize the power of appreciation, then you will be able to influence every single person, because in this world of criticism, everyone lacks and loves honest appreciation. One of the first people in American business to be paid a salary of over $1 million a year was Charles Schwab. He had been picked by Andrew Carnegie. Why did Andrew Carnegie pay $1 million a year, or more than $3,000 a day, to Charles Schwab? Why? Because Schwab was a genius? No, because he knew more about the manufacture of steel than other people. Nonsense Schwab says that he was paid this salary largely because of his ability to deal with people. I asked him how he did it. He said, "I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among my people," said Schwab, "the greatest asset I possess, and the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement. There is nothing else that so kills the ambitions of a person as criticisms from superiors. I never criticize anyone. I believe in giving a person incentive to work. So I am anxious to praise, but loath to find fault. If I like anything, I am hearty in my approbation and lavish in my praise." That is what Schwab did. But what do average people do? The exact opposite. If they don't like a thing, they bawl out their subordinates. If they do like it, they say nothing. As the old couplet says, "Once I did bad, and that I heard ever twice I did good, but that I heard never." Arouse in the other person an eager want. Why talk about what we want? That is childish, absurd. Of course, you are interested in what you want. You are eternally interested in it. But no one else is. The rest of us are just like you. We are interested in what we want. So the only way on earth to influence other people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. First, arouse in the other person an eager want. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. To illustrate, Andrew Carnegie's sister-in-law was worried sick over her 2 boys. They were at Yale, and they were so busy with their own affairs that they neglected to write home and paid no attention whatever to their mother's frantic letters. So, Andrew wrote his nephews a letter, mentioning casually that he was sending each one a $5 bill, but he neglected to enclose the money. The replies came back immediately, thanking Andrew for his note and asking after the $5, so if you want to influence people, you need to learn the ability to arouse an eager to want in people, leading by example. Lincoln's leadership style was characterized by leading through example. He embodied the qualities he expected from others, earning their respect and loyalty, so if you want to influence you yourself should be in possession of those abilities that you want to influence in others. With that said, you now know the secrets that was used by Abraham Lincoln to elevate himself from a person who was condemned to a person who became such great influencer and leader that even 158 years after his death, people still learn from him